Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Happy Sunday. Today I have a Target book haul for you. If you don't know me, my name is Jessie. I previously worked respite with special needs kids in New York City, but I was laid off in March due to the pandemic. So this fall I'm refocusing and working with children who are engaging in virtual learning and homeschool as a tutor. I have mainly been in quarantine since I was laid off in March. I have gone very few places, but last weekend, my best friend actually called me up and said she had a time-sensitive errand at Target and would I like to go along. So we masked up and headed over to Target. I have to say, I expected to be very anxious, but I did actually really enjoy myself. I needed to pick up groceries, and while I was there, I took a detour through the dollar bins and the book department, and I have several items, quite a few items actually, to show you from that haul. A lot of Target's books were 20% off, some were buy two, get the third one free, and I've actually lost track, to be honest with you, of what was on sale and what wasn't on sale, but if I remember, I'll definitely put a blurb about that in. So I have quite a few things here, so let's just get started. The first thing that I have is a stack of books that are actually for our history curriculum. I've been promising for quite some time that I am going to explain to you how we are doing history this year for an almost 4-year-old and for an almost 10-year-old. And I really think that honest and inclusive, truthful history matters. And so I really structured the way that we're doing history and the things that we're covering in history this year in accordance with those values. So the first things that I picked up were All Because You Matter. This is a gorgeous picture book that is written by Tammy Charles, and it is just stunning inside. The art is absolutely lovely, and it just takes you through this gorgeous, gorgeous story. It's a nice, big, hefty book. Then I also picked up these, which I've been wanting for quite some time. These are the Little Leaders books. We already have Revolutionary or Exceptional, I forget how it's phrased, but Women from Around the World. We already have that one. And I really wanted to add Bold Women in Black History, but while we were at Target, we noticed that they also had the Bold Men, and I just decided I would go ahead and get them both. So if you have not seen these before, I feel like these are a pretty popular choice, but they are these one-page biographies, in essence, of notable people in Black history. Then I also picked up this cute little Dr. Seuss book. This is obviously for the younger one, but this is called You Are Kind. This is just a little bit of an affirmation for her. And it features my good friend Horton from Horton Hears a Who. And we have this. This was not very expensive. I can't remember how much it was, but it wasn't super expensive. And I thought it was just such a sweet little positive message. The next thing that I picked up was just a ton of early readers. I love early readers. I think I've said that before. This year, for some reason, I have just been really focused on collecting all the early readers, all different levels, all different things. If I find a book and it goes with a unit that we're doing, I just buy the book. They are super inexpensive and they are a great little addition. For us, we use them mainly as read alouds for the little one. My older one can read chapter books independently, so we're kind of past the early reader phase. But sometimes I do still use them when we are doing writing work to kind of show the arc of a story and just as an example of how you could implement that. So I have quite the stack here. Most of these are going to be used with our mammals unit with the almost 4-year-old that I'm teaching. We have the Good and the Beautiful's mammals unit, which we are going to be doing this year. We're going to be doing mammals for littles, and then just the flip books or the mini books that come inside the actual mammals unit. She's a little bit too young for doing the unit in its entirety. So what we're going to do is just use those mini books, just use Mammals for Littles, and then use these to expand. So I picked up Biscuit's Day at the Farm, as well as this book from the Dollar Bin, which is entitled Puppies. Also from the Dollar Bins, we picked up Big Cats and Animal Kids, Cats, Meerkats, Little Penguin's New Friend. I love penguins, and I especially love penguin books. One of my kid bookshelves that are mounted to the wall, my IKEA spice rack bookshelves that I used to film in front of, one of those is just penguin stories, all the penguin stories for all different age levels. So I actually got this to add to that. I did also pick up Ranger Rick's I Wish I Was a Llama. I wish I had a llama. I would like to have a llama. But the book is I Wish I Was a Llama. Then we picked up Koalas, which will go with Mammals for Littles. And I do also have The Good and the Beautiful's free marine biology unit. I don't foresee using that this year, but I thought this was so cute going to the sea park. And then I picked up CC Loves Science. This is a level 3 reader, and I envision using this with our Waldock Wizards and Wands. There is a chemistry, which is potions, and also alchemy. So there are a couple of different science units contained within that curriculum, and I thought this was a great, cute little book. As I have said a million times before, I love books that incorporate diversity. I love books where the main character are people of color. We do not have enough diversity in literature, in art, in film, in print media. The last few early readers that I have are actually these ones from the Dollar Bins. Again, I have marine biology, which I'm going to do at some point, and so I picked up Sea Creatures, Incredible Sea Creatures. I also picked up the Dinosaurs and Solar System. Again, I envisioned using this one with Waldock's Wizards and Wands. While we are on the topic of Waldock's Wizards and Wands, I did pick up a few specific Harry Potter books. My early readers have gone everywhere. Let me move those out of the way, and I can show you this stack here. I did pick up a few things specifically to add to my Harry Potter bookshelves over there. The first thing that I picked up were just these super cute little bookmarks. These are just those little magnetic clips that clip on your pages. And there were a few different choices, and I picked up the one that has Harry, Hagrid, Hedwig, and Dobby. They're just so sweet. Like this little Dobby right here. Doesn't he just melt your heart? Such a good little house elf. I did also pick up these little empty boxes. These are from the Dollar Bins, and they're just blank little boxes. And I thought they would be so cute on our shelf. These are entitled, actually, Potions, Brews, and Elixirs, as well as Enchantments and Spells. And so they are from the Halloween stuff that's in the Dollar Bins, but they're so cute and so perfect to have for Waldock's Wizards and Wands. Could not resist those. I did also pick up the Ultimate Harry Potter Spellbook, and I am so glad that I got this. This is great. It doesn't only have spells in it, it has all kinds of things. Like it also has descriptions of things that are in the story. So the Mirror of Erised is here, Omnoculars is here, the Pensieve and the Probability Probe, or in the Probity Probe. Then it has an additional little breakout section on Quidditch. So we are going to be reading at some point Quidditch Through the Ages, and this is a fun little extra thing. So this is basically just a cute little dictionary or resource that has all different information about topics that get covered in the books, although it is mostly spells because it is a spell book. But I just loved this, and the cover art and everything is so nice. I can't tell you, because this one does have the 20% off sticker, that it's one of the ones that I got on sale. Then I picked up the Harry Potter Creature Vault. We are going to use this along with Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. This actually is the creatures from within the movie. So it has all kinds of things. Here is one on the post owl. And then all throughout the book, there are these cute little like extra added features, these little breakout things, right? There you go. And then let me see what else is in here. There's one about mermaids that I'm actually quite excited about. I don't know right now where that one is. Here is a page on Hedwig. And so it talks all about Hedwig. It has some images from the movies and also this really gorgeous illustration of Hedwig here. It has a fast facts section and some quotes listed as well. Here is the page for the mandrake. And so I loved this, and I thought it would be great to go along with our herbology and magical creatures units that are featured in Waldock's Wizards and Wands. This is a great little companion piece to have alongside of Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. The next thing that I picked up were a bunch of workbooks. These, of course, all came from the dollar bins. Some of these I will use with Waldock's Wizards and Wands. Some of these I will use independently. Some of these we won't be using at all anytime soon, but I did want to share these. Now, the first one that I have is Measure and Cook. We did purchase separately, I think from Amazon, the Harry Potter cookbook, and so this is a nice little companion for that. And it just has all different little recipes and things like that, and some hands-on home economic type things that you can do. Then I did pick up multiplication and division. That's about where my older kiddo is this year. She's in 4th grade now, so she covered multiplication last year. We're kind of doing more division now, but it's always good to review. So I did pick up multiplication and division. Then I picked up the United States, as well as technology and coding, space and solar system, and science projects. These two I envision using with Waldock's Wizards and Wands. Space and the solar system goes along with the astronomy unit, and then science projects can walk alongside many of the units, but I had it in mind for chemistry, which is called potions in Waldock's Wizards and Wands. Now, I also picked up a stack of flashcards from the dollar bins. Actually, some of these got sent to me from friends. I had friends all over the country looking for these. These were like impossible to find in my area, which was really frustrating. I am still waiting on 2 more to arrive. My sister actually was able, no, not my sister, I'm sorry, my very good friend from for 20 years, who I think I probably was right to begin with, is like my sister. She actually still has a few that she picked up for me. One of the ones that she picked up for me was landmarks of the United States, and the presidents and the landmarks were the two that I really, really wanted the most, along with money, because those all hit units that we're going to be covering this year. So let me show you what I have. I have Telling Time. This one is really cute. Several of these have like added features. So this one has like stickers, like reusable stickers that you can put on the face of your cards. I also picked up Cultures Around the World. We are going to be using this with our history unit, of course. Even with my little one, I can show her the pretty pictures on the cards. I can read the text on the back aloud to her. We can still use them as a teaching tool, even if she's not quite ready for flashcards. I did also pick up dinosaurs, as well as presidents and money. Money is another one that has some cool little features. So there are actually cards in here where you can punch out money. There are just like some cardstock pieces in here, and you can punch out and actually have little money manipulatives. So I thought these were super, super cute. The last few things that I picked up are actually for handwriting. These are mostly for my wee bitty one, but a couple of these things could be used for any age level, and so I'll show you what I found. I picked up this little placemat activity mat. which has the primary writing strips on one side, and it has graph paper on the back side, but the squares are actually quite large, much larger than a regular sheet of graph paper, which is great. So I love this. You just use a dry erase marker and you can wipe it off and start again. So we're going to be using this to learn how to write our name and just to practice some of our other letters as well. I did also pick up one of the sleeves, like the plastic sleeves that you can write on and wipe it off. This is just a piece of paper that came in it, but it's just like another piece of paper, like primary styled, which has the dotted line. And then one of the weird things that I like to do is actually save my cereal boxes, and we can use those as maps and to do art as well. So I have a few cereal boxes stuck down in here. You can see what a child I am by looking at the cereal selections that I have made this month, but no judgment. I have that. I did also pick up a pack, an 8-pack of these letter and number practice books. I split this with my sister. She has like 5 of them for her little kids who are this age. But once we finish our Good and the Beautiful doodles and handwriting for littles, this will be something that we can work on. So it's very basic. It's black and white. It just has letters. It gives an example. It gives a few to trace, and then it also gives a few lines for you to do those independently. After that, it does have both the numerical and the word form of the number. So these work really nicely with the math curriculum that I have showed in a previous video. I'll link that in the down box below. And I kept a few of these because we can go through them a couple of different times, really refine our writing. Then I also picked up, also from the dollar bins, these little alphabet stickers. These are great for learning to write your name, learning to put together letter sounds, so S and T, st. And also, it's just a nice little thing to have. If we're burned out on handwriting today or this week, we have another way that we can still practice our letters and our numbers. There are several different colors in here, and I'll pull these out just whenever I need a little extra tip or trick. So that is everything that I picked up in my Target book haul, which I guess I should call a Target homeschool haul since there were a few items that weren't actually books. But the vast majority of what I purchased were books, and I love books, all the time, and I could not go to Target and not take a sneak peek through their dollar bins and their book section, looking for more things to add to my library. I am always looking for more things to add to my library. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next week.